A viewer wrote in and wanted to know how she can deal with small talk. She has a terrible time with it. Okay, don't do it. I know that sounds super simple, but it's the truth. You don't have to sit there and talk about the weather. And that doesn't mean, as I've said many times before, that you have to share your deepest, darkest secrets with people you don't know well. No, something in between. Talk about what you're passionate about, whether it's the economy, whether it's downhill skiing. It doesn't really matter. But there must be something that you have in common. Otherwise, you really wouldn't know this person. Even if you've met them at some random place, you can find something that you both like or that you can talk about, or this person can learn from you or you from them. Always ask what they do or ask where they go to school, and then go from there, because that's where you can draw them out. And again, no rapid fire questions like an interview, but if they say they work in computers, you can ask them about some problem you've been having with your computer, or why is the customer service so bad at Apple or wherever. It can, what I'm saying is one thing leads to another, and you can be talking about one thing and then all of a sudden you change direction. And that's what's so great about conversations. Don't be afraid of that. And don't be afraid of just saying something off the top of your head. Yes, you should edit yourself, but if you just throw something out there, that's okay too, because that's part of your personality. Or if they're in college, what is their major? And oh, you know what? I know somebody else who's doing that and they got this great job. And then you'll be talking about, oh, yeah, where do you want to work? Where do you want to live? Oh, you want to live in Colorado? Yeah, you know what? I want to learn how to ski. Again, one thing leads to another. And so don't be afraid of putting yourself out there, of looking stupid. We're all afraid to look stupid. Newsflash, you're going to look stupid. At some point in your life, you're going to look stupid. We all do. Oh gosh, so many times when I've looked stupid, felt stupid. But they don't care, and really you don't care what they think anyway, because you can't. Show your personality, and if it doesn't come exactly out the way you want it to, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're not going to be sitting there 2 hours later, oh, she said blah 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 and it was just, what, awful, and I don't understand how that could come out of her mouth. No, they're not thinking that. It's you who's thinking it. You might be mortified with what you've said, but nobody else cares, really. And if they do, you don't want to have anything to do with them anyway. Yeah, with new people, nerves get the best of us, but that's okay too. It's okay to flub. It's okay when something comes out wrong. As I said, it happens to all of us. So my point here is, don't talk about the weather, because that will go downhill fast. You're going to be like, okay, now what? Or just whatever you think you're supposed to be talking about. Talk about what you want to talk about. And they always say, oh, don't talk about religion or politics. Why not? Unless you really think you're going to offend somebody. And you'll know if you're going down that path and all of a sudden they give you this look like they're uncomfortable. Okay, then change the subject. You tried. But don't apologize for it. It's okay to talk about controversial subjects. Otherwise, everything would be really, really boring. You just don't want to offend anybody, and you're going to know before that happens. Try it. Just try putting yourself out there. See what happens.